Hey guys, Mongo here. Quick update on Bitcoin and the overall market since Bitcoin leads the way. We have hopefully a bottom put in. Could be lower, but based on what I'm seeing at the moment, we kind of have an inverse head and shoulders. We completed the left shoulder here. I'd like to see us kind of complete the right shoulder. So here's one shoulder, here's a head, and looking for another shoulder. So typically, shoulders come down and close to match. So which means it's also in line with what I have for the fib levels. So let me erase this stuff for you. Technically speaking, a line on the sand would be somewhere in this neck of the woods, which is just under the 618. So the golden pocket. Also in the neighborhood there, you've got the monthly VWAP, you have the monthly open, the monthly equilibrium point of the EQ, and a bunch of other levels in that 50, 0.54, and the 618. So let me delete the box for you so you can actually see what I'm saying. So there's your levels that I'm looking at. We could hold here. A lot of times in a bullish uptrend, which we're not. We're still coming out of a downtrend. We hold the 382, which we've done. I do have limits down at 61,500-ish. My chart is a little messy. It's why I pulled up the Coinbase one for you. This is my MEXC chart. This is my actual trading levels. I've got all set. You can see I got my alarms all here. So we could come low, but I'm not thinking we go that low. So that's my thought at the moment. We still have a lot of upper resistance. So we've had, typical rotations, right? You had a rotation down. You had a rotation up, rotation back down. We just had a rotation back up. We're probably going to have a rotation back down. And by putting that in, that's going to give you a higher low. And that's what we want to see for a reversal pattern. So, and overall, the reversal pattern of an inverse head and shoulders is one of the most powerful ones. So let me go back to the Coinbase chart and show you that one. Let's give you a measured move for that. So based on that, sorry about that, wrong tool. And if you want to figure out these levels, someone on the Jason Casper Discord showed me this guy here. It is called MTF levels, support resistance. It's pretty darn accurate. They're a little off on some of the VWAPs on the daily versus exo charts, but they're at least nice to know about where they are between $30 and $50. So if you start to see price reversing, you kind of know why. Although I have found that if I want to put a limit order, I put it in and around the exo chart ones, which are much more accurate. It's also I have one based on Coinbase, based on Binance, not so much MEXC. So keep that in mind, even though Binance and MEXC are pretty much the same price. And then when you get into US dollar on Coinbase, it's going to be off by as much as $10 at times, just because the US dollar versus USDT. And then it's spot versus perpetual futures are a whole different ballgame. So let me get back to, before I get on a side tangent. We can roughly say the neckline, let's just go, we're up with the 236s. We'll call this the neckline. So this is the neckline, come back straight down as possible. Lowest wick, we'll go right there, click it, and then come up to the neckline. Are we on it? No, we're a little short, so we'll go a little right there. Now we're a little over, probably a little picky here. That's close enough. So that'll give you a target, right? So it gets you past the first line in the sand, which would be a bullish internal breakout. So you have a boss, right? So get up around this neck of the woods. So 70,003, let's say 370 is our target. Like that, somewhere in that neck of the woods, close enough. Gives you an idea. Keep in mind, if we do run, we could run up to $80,000, but you got to get up here past 75, right? That was the old target. Let's delete that. So really the line in the sand is this all-time high is 73,834. Trust me, there is a lot of shorts up here. There's going to be a lot of people shorting the crap out of it. So you may come up, see a rejection, but the whole point here is this isn't going to be an overnight thing. This is going to be something that's going to take a weeks or months, right? So I think we can actually have a bullish summertime, which is kind of odd. Usually that's not the case. Get a different tool for you. But kind of, I'm thinking something along this neck of the woods. You put in your higher low here, and then we start to migrate. We'll come back down real close again, scare people out, and then move up. Take out some of this resistance level, start making some higher highs and higher lows, start just stair-stepping our way up. And then once we get high enough, a lot of shorts that are trapped in here are just going to start getting liquidated. You're going to see one of these candles just go straight up. You may get like a daily rejection with a bunch of shorts coming in, but still then you're going to have a bunch of consolidation for sideways chop. And then we're going to move up. To be seen is, do we get past this all-time high in the near future without having a massive rejection coming back down, but still putting in a macro high or low still without really breaking structure? You could have one of these, you just come up, right? And you come back down and just where you left and then build up momentum again. That would be a chickens drinking water CDW, which is still a bullish pattern. And then get up here and consolidate at the high. I've seen that before, right? And then people are like, oh, the shorts start to build, and then the shorts get absolutely squeezed, and we run up to like 80, 85. So a lot of my other indicators are showing like 80, 85 is kind of like the next resting point. And then maybe we consolidate up here, right? New range. And then based on fibs, somewhere between 101 to 135 is kind of the blow off top, all right? We'll leave it there. So that could be, and let's just draw this on the 1 day, kind of give you an idea. That looks like. So you'd have a blow off top look like that. It doesn't have to be now. It could kind of be over here, right? Move all this stuff over. Time, you don't know the time. No one knows time frames. So, but you can have something like this where it's just all a jumbled mess, and then we have a blow off top somewhere at the end of this year, beginning of next year. And then we retrace, let's say 135. What am I at now? Let's see here. 135, retrace 50% to 70%. 70% will take you back down to a bear market low of 40,000. Not bad. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's what I'm watching for. That's my next 6-month thesis, is kind of watching this trend. This channel I've had since October of last year is holding just fine. But in the short term, that's what I'm watching, is for a 618 bounce here, roughly between 60 and a half to 61,000. Based on what I'm seeing, I don't see anything lower than that. That'll just be a textbook inverse head and shoulders. And that's what I'm watching for. Until things change, I'll let you know. We still have technically it's a downtrend, right? But it's actually a kind of a bullish pattern. You have a falling wedge, if you want to look at it that way, right? Draw it like that. I'll leave you with this, and then I'll get the heck off this thing. Yeah, how do you want to draw this? It's kind of like an art form, right? You don't really have, it's no right or wrong way to draw this. Try to find a bunch of stuff that connects, but yeah, you do something like that. So we're kind of in a falling wedge. And then you can try to draw like a midline if you wanted to, but basically we're bouncing. We're in the middle of the midline. We're not the lowest, not the highest, we're in the middle. So we need to have probably one more cleansing, kind of complete that inverse head and shoulders I talked about, and then let's look for higher. So that's it. Nothing I say is financial advice. Best of luck. You want to find me? Have a Crypto Blackwall on Twitter and the Blackwall Discord. Thanks.